city. DC, that's where I'm from. 1130 podcast. Dre and Willsy is the one. Let's get it. Yeah. Who with me? Let's get it. Yeah. No, with me. Yeah. I'm from the city. DC, that's where I'm from. Let's get it. 1130 podcast. Dre and Willsy is the one.
He the one, nigga.
So let's get it, baby.
He the one.
With me. So the breeze, baby.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Y'all already know what it is. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1130 podcast. What's goody? How everybody doing out there on this beautiful Wednesday? Yes, the middle of the week. We're almost to Friday though, but it's Wednesday and it's 11:30 and it's time for the podcast for real. Good morning to everyone who's listening to me on EB Radio this morning and for everyone who's watching on YouTube. Appreciate you guys coming back here for another episode of the podcast. If you're new to the 1130 podcast, if you're not already watching already, head over when you get a chance and subscribe to the 1130 podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you like it, leave a comment, and do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. But you guys, man, I'm excited. It's time for the show. It's time for the podcast. I got an awesome guest, you guys. Got some international flavor here on the 1130 podcast this week. It's gonna be real cool. Yes, my guest this week, you guys, CB NoGhost, you guys. Yes, he's from South Africa. He's a singer, songwriter. He's a hip hop artist, you guys. He's gonna be joining me here on the podcast this week. It's gonna be real fun. Yes, but before we get to that, shout out my guest who was on last week, Kendra Crump. Yes, thank you so much for coming through on the show. But speaking of the show, let's get into it. We ain't gonna waste no more time. CB NoGhost, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. And how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm doing wonderful. I'm blessed, man. How's your day going so far?
My day is so great, man. I can't complain. You know, I'm just in the studio doing a couple of things, sorting out some vocals and stuff like that. But the day is great. I can't complain, man.
Yeah,
in your day?
My day going great, man. My day going great. I can't complain. I'm here on the podcast with you, my guy. This is going to be real fun. I appreciate you reaching out to me. Because it's always a blast each and every week. A couple of months ago, I had a great guy on named Taye Uhuru. He's dope, man. Real dope historian. Traveled all around the world, man. He was on my podcast. And, you seen him on and you reached out to me, man. And he was like, yo, man, I want to come on. And Taye was a previous guest. He also got his podcast going, so I want to shout him out. Taye Speaks. Go check him out, you guys. But how do you and Taye meet and get together, connect?
Me and Taye, we met, I think it was 2011, 2012. But we only met on social media. One of the guys was, we met through the producer, Mafera. He was doing this international collabo songs. So he got me in there, and then we had another guy from England. It was Black Peter, and then it was a Camp and me. So we used to do these collaboration songs like now and then. Up until 2015. 2015, then he came to South Africa. He was doing these tours that he does. He goes to Africa and all other countries, you know. And then when he came down there, he finally hit me up. He said, "Hey, I'm at the open. What you doing? Can you pull up, pick me up, bro?" I said, "Okay, fine, I'm on my way." We hook up. From then, bro, it's like he became a brother from another mother to me. Just you understand? Because he taught me some of the things, and then I was also able to teach him some of the things because I took him around where I'm from. I took him around where Shaga's grave is at because he wanted to learn more about our Zulu history.
Yeah.
So I took him to those places and showed him this is our history. This is our heritage. This is what you should know when you come to a Zulu culture. So that's how we met him. And since from there, we've been doing music, hanging out, talking, he's actually giving me some game too on some things that I didn't know.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's real dope. Taye, real smooth dude. And, talking about how he traveled around the world, man, going to South Africa. Speaking of South Africa, you from South Africa. I was growing up there. What part of South Africa are you from again?
I'm from KZN. So KwaZulu Natal, that's the whole province. You'll call it state there. It's a state that side. We call it the province. Okay. So I'm from KwaZulu Natal. and then but I'm in the city. The city that I'm at is Durban. So yeah, but originally I'm from Ishawe. I started like doing the music thing at about 2006. Yeah, then 2007, that's when I started to say, okay, fine, let me record and stuff. But I'm from that side of the country, South Africa. But it's
Okay.
nice, man. Growing up here, it's actually nice. I mean, there's a lot of experience. I don't know if yours experience and our experience kind of different. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because there's a lot of us here in South Africa, a lot of blacks. So we are the majority. So growing up here, it's actually kind of nice because you don't feel anyhow left out, you know. But then you also have to know the culture that you're growing up on because we kind of differ. There's Zulu, there's Soto, there's Pedi, there's white people, and then there's Indians.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like they call it a rainbow nation.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they calling it a rainbow nation. So I grew up under the rainbow nation country.
Okay, man. That's awesome. Hearing, other people perspective, growing up from, a different side of the world, man. That's real cool. You mentioned the music,
Yeah.
man. You got into music, you was doing your thing. You started out the high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you know what you wanted to do at that time? Or, you was like music was your thing? Did you just dive face first in it and it was it?
Yeah. Now, on that story, actually, my grandma wanted me to be a doctor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she wanted me to be a doctor because this side we have like two separate schools. We got the schools that in the hood, and then we got schools that are in towns. We call them model C schools. So I was in the school where I was at the hood. So now they wanted to move me from that school to a white people school so that I can get like a better education. So she said she wanted me to be a doctor. Unfortunately, after that year where we spoke about, she passed on.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so after that, my father passed on. My mother also, it was like the whole family just like gone. And now I had to actually now imagine your family died and you have these dreams and you have these things that you need to do, but you can't do them because they all cost money. So there's no one who's actually looking after you. So then I was lucky enough. Then I got a teacher and she took me and she said she's going to provide me with a couple of things so that I can finish school. So while I was in school, I fell in love with the music because this was the only thing that I can use to express my feelings. With whatever that I went through, and that I can just like talk about it and speak about it. Maybe sometimes someone that's listening can get inspired to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think that time, that's when I started picking up the pen and say, let me write something. Let me actually talk about my life. Let me talk about what I see around me. So that was like 2006. Then 2007, that's when I got a chance to be in the studio for the first time.
Okay.
And then the rest is history.
The rest is history. That's dope. That's dope,
The
man.
rest is history.
That's really an inspiring story for real though. When you talk about putting the pen to the paper, did it come easy, for you to, write out your thoughts, knowing you was going through a lot of things in your life at that time, losing your parents?
Nah, it wasn't something that easy. It wasn't easy because you have to understand that we have like languages. We have our own language, then we have this English language, then we have Zulu. So it was easy for me to actually write it in Zulu because that's my home language.
Mm-hmm.
But now when I have to translate it to English, it gave me a bit of a hassle there. So unfortunately, I was adopted by the Indian family and the colored family. So that also gave me an access to actually be fluent with the English language, not like the Zulu language that I know. That's my language. So
Mm-hmm.
it was easy from when I was putting it down on my language, but when it's come to English, it got a bit like difficult. But as the time went on, and started reading novels, started uh, um, putting myself in a space where I have to like go read the dictionary, try and understand if somebody says a word. I'll have to go to a dictionary and just check for that word, and then I'm gonna reuse it on the next talk whenever I talk to someone, or on the next rhyme when I'm able, when I'm writing a song.
Okay. Okay. How is that process? Because I see a lot of people, who come, from other countries and stuff. They of course, learn English, especially coming, to the States or whatever like that. How was that process learning, another language?
It was difficult. It was difficult because, imagine you from the rural area where the language that you'll only speak, it's your home language.
Mm-hmm.
That the English language and the other languages, you only can write them down. You don't like, it's different. Like when you go home, you speak your home language. When you're at school, you speak your home language. When the teachers are teaching you, they speak a little bit of English. So now imagine that other percent is like a huge percent that you using your home language, and then the small percentage is where you're using this foreign language. So it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard, and then it became easier when I moved and stayed with his family, because I was speaking English in the morning, during the day, afternoon, all over. Then I got used to the language and stuff like that, and then that's how I got it easy for me to actually translate from the Zulu rhymes to the English rhymes.
Okay. Cool. Man, hey, hey, I commend everybody who, come over from the country and, learn other languages, man, because me taking Spanish or French in high school, I failed them both, man. I failed them both. So, of course, I want to learn other languages and also travel to South Africa one day. So, hopefully you and Taye, man, Taye and also you, CB, will teach me, man. So, that'll be dope. That'll be real dope.
But now on Spanish, how are you? Are you?
Man, I know uno, dos, tres. That's about it. I probably can count to 10. I know hola. A little bit something. I know a little bit. I'm not gonna burst myself though. But you talked about your parents and your grandparents wanted you to be a doctor. Did you ever decided to maybe go back to wanted to be a doctor?
Unfortunately, I don't think about that anymore. Because,
okay.
I mean, because now what happened was, after school, after finishing my matric, I went straight to work. So I was fortunate. I got hired by a retail company. So I worked there years. Since from then, I've been working my whole life. Okay. So I've been working and also trying to study and further my skills in management, because I'm in the management position. So those are the things that I actually concentrate on now, because spending so many years for the retail, selling shoes, selling sneakers all the day, climbing the ladder to be on that management position. So you actually, I just decided, at least this is so much time I spend on this year. Let me just at least study business management, HR, all the type of things that are related to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, man. I agree. I like that. I really do. But you guys, man, we're going to move on. For real. We're going to move on, you guys, here on the podcast. And yo, CB, you talked about how African legends influenced you in the music game. Who were some guys or, girls who influenced you to getting into music?
There's a guy called Zola. He's one of our pioneer here in South Africa. He was doing a bit of Kwaito. We have Kwaito music and we have rap music. Let me start from there. We have Kwaito, we have hip hop and rap, and then we have Maskandi, which Maskandi is our traditional genre. And then we have Amapiano. I don't know if you have checked it out. Right now, what's trending is Amapiano.
Okay.
And then we have Gqom, which is Gqom music, which is it's originally from Durban. So in that I got influenced by Zola because he was doing a bit of hip hop and he was doing a bit of kwaito, and then there was a guy to Mendoza also. And then I also got influenced by the guys around here in KZN, in Durban, where I'm from. Talking about Zagwe, Duncan. There's other guys too who are still bubbling under, but they influencing me like big time. Squad Roll. There's a couple of kids that are doing it over here. And then I mean, some of the guys you'll I don't know if you'll do know them sometimes or you don't know them. They big this side, but when I speak to the guys this side, they kind of like, nah, we never heard of him. Or you probably know Nasty C, right?
Yeah. Okay, man. Hey, I'm gonna check them out. For real, I'm gonna check them out. You're an independent artist, though. How's your journey been so far? I know for a lot of independent artists now, especially like in the last year, though. But talk to me about that. But also tell me how your journey been. In the music artist. I mean, in the music business so far.
Okay. To be independent, bro, it's a great thing. I won't lie to you. It's a great thing, but you need to have actually some sort of income. I'm talking about it's either like two things that you need to have. You need to have like a supportive family, or you need to have like a job or something, some sort of income, so that you can be able to fund your music. You can be able to actually buy the equipment. Like right now, I got my own studio. I got it off from because I was working. I invested whatever that white man money. I put it here on my on my equipment.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
So, yeah, that's what you have to do. So I mean, if you need to have that, and then the second thing you need to have at least the family that's gonna support you. Because it's if you're fortunate enough, you may release one song and then it blows up. If you're not fortunate, or maybe your life in music, it needs to have like a journey. You have a story to say, hey, I started there, I didn't get gigs, I didn't get recognized, I was underground for so many years, and then now I'm commercial for so many years. I mean, you actually need to have a family because you gotta pay for the studio time, you have to pay for your shoots, you have to pay for your travelings. If you get a gig, some gigs don't pay.
Yeah.
Some gigs they will say, hey, we giving you exposure, and you like, my guy, but I came here with transport, I needed petrol money, how am I going to get the gas money? So you need to have all those things. But to be independent, to me, it's a great thing, because whatever I'm doing, I'm actually doing it for me. Exactly. I mean, I don't have anybody's asking about certain percent or that. But then you also need to go major sometime.
Yeah, you need to go major.
Yeah. But in that case, I'm open to any major label that come and say, hey, we want to sign you, we want to give you this opportunity and all that there. But you still have to learn to read the contracts and see what you get yourself into.
Mm-hmm. You do. Yeah. You got to learn it, man, because it'll get real fishy, though. And being independent, though, sometimes help, man, because sometimes these record labels be wanting you to do a whole bunch just, to be major or whatever like that, though. You talked about support, though. How is support, as far as, over there, goes with you, because, here, support can go both ways. It's more support from people that you don't know versus then support people that you do. It's very less, though. But I would support, with you as far as, your music thing.
Yeah, me at home, the support, I will say it's great. Because I mean, but the only problem that we have, that our support sometimes we don't even see it. It doesn't give us that much of food. Because first of all, the data is expensive here in South Africa. They're ripping us off. So in terms of if you're an upcoming artist and you wanna eat off the streams or the downloads or whatever, it's kind of hard. But you do get that little bit of money, but it's even if the people they want to support you, they also think of, the data is expensive. Let me just, like right now, it's gonna be better because they putting in fiber, so a lot of people they're gonna be able to have that access to Wi-Fi. So I think that's gonna help us. But in terms of anything, the support is great, man. At home, in my city, they actually like they're proud and they say, you know what, I'm doing good. Because even with these interviews that I'm getting, I kinda like, they now actually recognizing that, you know what, this guy is doing something. Because when I started, nobody noticed me. They were like, he's trying to be an American, he's trying to be better. But now they actually, yeah. But now they actually understanding it now, because what I'm doing is I'm taking what here in Durban, I'm spreading it straight to the world, to the people that who actually didn't tap in with us, but now they like, hey, let's check these guys. Something is happening in Durban.
Yeah, man, you gonna make some noise.
But, big time. And the thing is too, when I heard you were talking about like, you can get like more support at home and then also get more support like outside. But what I've experienced is that you get more love outside than home. At home, they only gonna clap for you once they see that, hey, you know what, the guy is there now. Now he's doing his thing. Now they're gonna claim you and say, hey, it's from here. It's ours.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That is the truth. Yeah, you're right. It happens, man. It happens, especially, being independent, man, and trying to, strive for the best of what you wanted to do, man. And, I understand, as far as this podcasting, man, I've been doing it a year and a half, man. I didn't have no money. My fiance said, I saw what I did with the laptop and was, connecting with people, man, and I just went with it. So, yeah, you gotta, invest in what you, gotta do. So that's real dope, for real. That's real dope.
Hey, and two, you just said now something like your fiance, she's actually supporting. Right now, the person that's supporting me, it's my girlfriend. Like she's down with whatever that I'm doing. She's like, go for it, do it. If you wanna buy something, you wanna tap into this, go and do it. There's nobody that's gonna stop you right now, and it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Exactly. You're right about that. It don't matter how long it takes, though. I think that's where a lot of people sometimes get lost at, too. They want it, this generation is so demanding and want it now and fast. And, sometimes it's going to take a little while. You just, got to be patient, though. Hey, yo, CB NoGhost, man, sit tight. And for everyone who's listening to me on EB Radio this morning and watching on YouTube, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And, we're going to continue the show for real, man. I got an awesome guest, man. This is good, for real. Yo, sit tight, you guys. You're listening. You're watching to the 1130 podcast. You dig?
Welcome to EB Radio.
Making a podcast just got a lot easier. Meet Anchor, the easiest way for anyone to make a high-quality podcast and distribute it everywhere audio is heard. No studio or fancy equipment needed. With Anchor, all you need to do to start podcasting is hold your phone up to your ear to record, either by yourself or with friends. You can also add music, background tracks, and voice messages from your listeners all right from your phone. Then publish it everywhere, including Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music with just one tap. That's it. You're all set up. It's really that easy. You can use Anchor on the go or from your desktop, and either way you get unlimited podcast hosting. All this combined means it just got ridiculously easy to make your own podcast, whether you're a beginner or a pro. And the best part is that Anchor's 100% free. Get the app now for iOS or Android, or visit anchor.fm to get started. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
Yo, what up? This your boy Kendall Stones, aka Kofi Weaston.
This your boy DOE, Good Brother Bowl.
And we are the Dirty Hills. You already know, man, you tuning in to 11:30 podcast. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Dude, that's my job. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Yeah. And you have been Dirty Hills approved.
Yo, welcome back everybody to the 11:30 podcast. It's been an awesome show, for real. It's been an awesome show. Appreciate you guys sticking with me throughout the commercial break. Yes, I got my guest CB NoGhost, songwriter, singer, hip hop artist, man, from South Africa, chopping it up with me, man, here on the podcast, you guys. We talking about music and you and doing your thing and stuff like that. As far as the last year, how did you handle, the music thing? Were you performing a lot during, before the pandemic hit, or, how did that work out for you?
Yo, the pandemic just shut down everything. I tell you, when it started, when Corona started, I just came back from Joburg. I had a shoot in one of the soapies. And then when I came back, I took a leave from work, and then I went home. Then when I was at home, and then the news started, hey, there's this new virus, it's hitting people and it's killing people. They need to close the borders. We need to go straight down to lockdown. So now, mind you, I had shows that were scheduled for me to do. I had interviews that I needed to go to. I just signed the contract with another agent for acting. So, so now imagine. Now we couldn't move from city to city, province to province. All the borders were closed. So now it was bad. For me, it was bad. For these 2 years, it was bad. Now we're starting to actually, get back to normal. But it's not normal because, they're pushing us to take the vaccine. But our people are like, nah. We're not gonna take the vaccine.
Yeah, it's
so yeah, they're trying to get us back to normal. But they still want us to take the vaccines and stuff like that. But the shows, it's 50% capacity of the crowd. So it's not and we got curfew too. So if the show started about 2 p.m., it has to end at about 11 p.m. at night or 12 p.m. So it's it's like that. It's not like before. So even the shows, even the lineups, it's gone shorter than what they used to have, because before we used to have 6 to 6. So you can have 20 artists in one show. But now we have to cut down to 15, sometimes 10 because of the time.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard, but we actually gonna get back to normal. I hope so.
Yeah, we will get back to normal, man. We will get back to normal. Just like you said, man, it's gonna take some time. You just missing being an actor though. You dipping and dabbing being an actor.
Yeah. I did. I was one of the supporting actors in one of the biggest soapy here in South Africa, Generations. Okay. I appeared on that. But that was through. I didn't know that I can act, for real. I didn't I didn't know. But if you do music videos are you acting in music videos. Mm-hmm. So that's all part of art. Yeah. Then one of my manager, it was Nelisiwa Shembe. Shout out to her. She said, hey, you know what? Because we know that your music is out there and we're trying to get you out there, the newspapers and stuff. Let's get your face to national TV. So that's how I got into acting, because what we wanted to do was to say, hey, that guy is on TV right now. But this is what he does. This is what he actually do. That's music.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was part of how you can rock the game. but it's something that I do. Yeah, but it's something that I do have. It's acting and a radio host. I was a radio host before.
Okay. Hey, that's
I was a radio host before. So it's just like anything that has to do with art.
Okay.
I do it.
Hey, that's dope. That's real dope. What type of movies are you into?
I'm into comedy.
You're a comedy? Okay. Yeah, I enjoy sitting back laughing and enjoying the comedy. But I'm a big suspense thriller. I like to, tell me a story though, a big mystery though. That's me though. But that's dope, man. That's real dope. I hope you really get into that, especially when we get back to really normal and doing some big things, man. I wish you the best on it. I wish you the best. What inspires you?
To see people happy and to see people prosper and to see people winning, to see our Black people eating. That's what inspires, because we have a bad history when it comes to our Black culture and whatever that we went through. We got the history that we were not treated good, but now since we got that it's not like we were not equal, but we are free to do whatever that we want to do. So what inspires me is to see our Black people do great things.
Hey, I'm all with it, man. For real. That's dope. You got to see our Black people doing great things, being at a high power and, doing more things in society. But we're going to move on, you guys, here on the podcast. CB, man, are you into sports?
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
Okay. What sports?
I'm a big fan of sport.
Okay, what sports you into?
Basketball, soccer, of course. And what else? Yeah, I think it's basketball and soccer.
Okay.
Because here in South Africa we got basketball, we got soccer, we got cricket, and we got rugby.
Okay.
But rugby, I'm not into rugby because rugby is for
okay.
They call it white people sport. So I don't understand it. I won't lie to you. I tried to actually learn and understand that it plays exactly like football, like American football.
Yeah. Have you played any sports?
Rugby and American football. It's similar sports. It's similar sports.
Yeah.
But I'm into soccer a lot. I'm into soccer and basketball.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up. Man. And we got to hear you said football here and other places it's called soccer. With football season going on, it's really exciting, man. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I like suplexes and drop kicks.
Hold on. Sorry. I forgot to mention wrestling, man. I even got it on my phone. I even got it on my phone, like WWE. I got it on my phone. If you bring me wrestling, you done. But it was boring though. But it was boring though when was during the pandemic season or it was boring when they had no crowd.
Yeah.
Because I used to watch it a lot when people, when you're watching at home, even though they got the speakers around and they can see people watching them through the screens. Mm-hmm. But it's not the same. It's not the same like how the crowd cheers them and all the day.
Yeah. You're right, man. It was a hard. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a fanatic. So I tell you right now, it was real hard to watch that. And just even all the sports. I think the only sport that was kind of decent to get through because of without fans was basketball. I think football last year it was really hard, and wrestling was definitely difficult because it's definitely fan interaction and stuff like that. And you love to hear the crowd go nuts. So that's dope.
Yeah.
That's real dope. Hey, yo, man, we have an awesome time here on the 1130 podcast this week, you guys, but we're going to move on, and it's time for the 1130 podcast hot seat. Hey, CB NoGhost, I got 6 questions for you in the hot seat. You ready, man?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. All right, what song that you have written are you most proud of?
It's The Sun, featuring Cam Cleveland, Taye Uhuru. And then featuring and Kylex Mpanza from my hometown. That's the song that I'm proud of, The Sun. That song, it's actually a song where I was when you're going through something and you see that you're chasing a dream and you just one step closer to whatever that you want to achieve, and then it just like goes down flat. So that's the song that I would say I ever wrote and I'm proud of. And shout out to Kim and shout out to Kylie.
Hey, that's what's up. That's dope. Do you think living in the present is more or less challenging than living in the past, and why?
Living in the present, right now in my country, it's more challenging than living in the past. The reason why I'm saying that is because we in our living right now, we discovered a lot of things that they were said to us and they were taught to us, and then when we actually doing our research and we discovered that most of the things were lies. You understand? So right now it's more challenging to live in the present because we have to go back now and fix what our grandparents, our great grand that they didn't do, because in our country we were sold freedom, fake freedom. Meanwhile, we are not free. There's things that we actually see that we still discriminated as black people. You go and ask for a loan, you go and ask for anything, you won't get the same amount as that person because of the skin color. You understand? So here in my country, to live at this point, it's a hell.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. It's hell, because we need to fix what went wrong in the past.
Okay, I like that answer, man. I really do. All right, who are your 3 greatest living or dead musicians?
Living, it's Wayne. Here it's Zola. And actually Michael Jackson.
Okay, cool. All right, what's one thing you're super passionate about?
Raising my child.
Raising your child, yeah, that's cool. I like that. We need more fathers out there like you, man, for real. To be proud and passionate about raising their kids, man, for real.
Because there's no feeling like there's no other feeling that's greater than raising your own child and raising your child and see somebody growing from small up until you're able to talk to them. That's an amazing thing. Yeah. And I was fortunate enough to actually experience that.
Hey, that's what's up. That is what's up, man. Keep being a dad, man, for real. You're gonna get Father of the Year, for real. What do you think is the biggest? Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's her birthday on the 22nd of September. So
hey, see, you're gonna be Daddy of the Year, man. I know you're gonna have a big old birthday party for her and everything, man. So that's dope.
Wow,
that's dope. What do you think is the biggest problem in the world today?
Self-hate. That's the biggest problem.
Okay.
Self-hate is the biggest problem because if we hate ourselves, we can't demand love from someone else. You know what I'm saying? When I have to touch like couple of topics, when I talk about self-hate, I talk about black on black crime. You understand? We can't cry about somebody's hating who somebody don't care about us. Meanwhile, we also don't love ourselves. We don't care about each other. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's where we gotta start. We have to love ourselves, and then the rest will follow us.
You're right about that, man. You're so right about that. You gotta love yourself, for real. A lot of people don't love themselves and just don't accept who they are. Once you accept who you are, sometimes, majority of the time, sometimes, it takes some time to find yourself. So, you gotta love yourself. Definitely gotta love yourself. All right, last one. If you had to lose one of your 5 senses, which one would you have to give up and why?
I would say taste.
Okay, that's crazy, man. Hey, I said the same thing. I want to hear, I want to smell, all that. I'm like, some people be like, yo, man, you a little bit picky, man. You don't like eggs, you don't like this, bro. So, hey, they be wanting me to eat certain stuff. They be like, if I don't taste it, I guess I'll just eat it. So, but you know, they can go both ways though. But I definitely said taste it.
Yeah, to me, bro, I can lose taste. It's good. I can eat whatever as long as I can see what I'm eating. I actually know that thing. It tastes nice.
Yeah, exactly. And you in the studio, man. You're in the studio, so you know you gotta have hearing, man, for the beat, the drop, and everything. So
exactly,
you gotta have that. There you go.
Exactly. You have to hear that. You have to you have to be able to spit.
Exactly.
You have to be able to actually, you know, to hear or see something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
With the tasting, I mean, useless, because even now water doesn't have a taste.
Yeah.
It just tastes like water.
Yeah, exactly, man. I definitely understand what you're saying, man. Yo, CB NoGhost, man. I appreciate you joining me this week here on the 1130 podcast, man. It's been an awesome time for you joining me here on the show. You got any new music that you about to drop, man? Tell the listeners and viewers about some new music that you about to drop, where they can follow you at.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow me on Twitter. It's at CB_NoGhost1. And then on Instagram, it's CB_NoGhost. On Facebook, it's CB NoGhost. Like, if you just like write CB NoGhost, you'll find me. And I got a mixtape coming soon. It's called Life of a Mixtape. And then I got another single that's coming soon too. It's called Abapansi. It means ancestors and stuff. So I featured one of the guys from Pennsylvania. I featured it does a podcast. So I took one of his voices and I mixed it with the song. So I featured him, and then one of the guys around here, his name is Lucy. So, but it's just like, it's more music. And plus too, I got this clothing label that I'm trying to actually push. It's NoGhost Clothing. So I got that too. So if you wanna order or you wanna do something about it, you can hit me up. Yeah. So those are the things that I'm currently working on. And plus too, I'm currently working on building my studio, NoGhost Records.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, yo, I wish you nothing but the best at building your studio, because you got some dope music, man, for real. So keep doing your thing. Also, before you go, any questions you have, any shout outs you would like to say?
Yeah, man, I'd like to shout out to you first. I would say shout out to you. And my guy, I really appreciate the opportunity that you gave me. You know, it's not something that anybody can get. But if you actually want to get it, you can get it. But once again, my man, I salute you and thank you for the opportunity that you gave me. And then shout out to the gang, shout out to NoGhost gang, shout out to my child. Happy birthday in advance to her. And then shout out to everybody that's supporting me and listening to my music, streaming and downloading it, sharing. And then they mustn't forget, they should click the follow button on your YouTube channel and subscribe.
Hey, yes. Make sure you do that, for real. Make sure you do that. CB NoGhost, this was an awesome time chatting with you, for real, my guy. You know you're welcome here anytime. I got to bring you back, man, for real. We're going to do some big things. Yeah. And we're going to definitely stay in contact, man, for real. Like you said, you got a mixtape coming out, man. I'm definitely going to stream it, man, and listening to it. Where I get my, music at, Spotify or something like that. But I appreciate you, my guy, and I wish you the best. Stay safe out there and keep doing your thing, man, for real.
No problem, G. Thank you very much. You too, man.
You got it. CB NoGhost, man. I appreciate you joining me this week here on the 1130 podcast, man. For real. Awesome time, man. Awesome time. Episode 95. Episode 95, you guys. We're a couple of more weeks away from the 100th episode of the 1130 podcast. But before we get there, CB NoGhost, appreciate you, fam. Can't wait till the mixtape come out. I'm going to stream it. I'm going to download it, all that great stuff, man. You know you're welcome here anytime. Keep doing your thing, for real. Keep doing your thing. And once again, shout out to my guy, Taye Uhuru. Taye Speaks. Check him out on his podcast, man. For real, he was going around in some groups, man. He was like, yo, man, I'm trying to be on somebody's podcast, talk about this, talk about that. And in my back of my mind, I was like, yo, bro, just get your podcast. I even said it when he was a guest. Just get your podcast. And since he had his podcast, he been having nothing but kings and queens on his show. So shout out to my guy, Taye Uhuru. And once again, CB NoGhost, man, for real. Shout out to Africa, man. Yo, it's international. That's how we do it. For real, here on the 1130 podcast this week. It's been an awesome one. It's been an awesome one. But before we get out of here, you guys, it's time for the WTF moment of the week. Yes, you guys, I can't leave the show without the WTF moment of the week, man. There's always something going on in the world, for real. Always something going on in the world. But sadly, you guys, this WTF moment, man, we lost a legend. Yes, we lost a legend, you guys. AJ Johnson. Yes, man, for real. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody. You smoking, y'all get taking the shit. Like, for real. Like, man, that's the famous line, for real, my guy was in. He played in the Players Club, you know, famous movies, man. Like, yo, my guy was just, he played, he's out. He over there taking the clothes and everything. So, man, yo, rest in peace to AJ Johnson.
I'm suing y'all. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh, I want 150,000. But we can settle out of court right now for $20.
Man, get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over here.
Yes, you guys, real sad. Anthony Johnson, known as AJ Johnson, passed away, you guys. Yo, he will be remembered, for real, because every black neighborhood, every black person, yo, you see Friday probably about 10 times a year. Probably more than that, for real, man. I know every damn line in that movie. It's sad, though. But yo, rest in peace to AJ Johnson, for real. But we're going to move on, you guys, here on the podcast, man. It's been an interesting week. I say that to say, you guys, football is back. And man, oh man, I've been going crazy. That Washington football team, they got some cool names starting to come up. I think Red Hawks they were talking about. I think I kind of take that. You know, like, but nonetheless, that Washington game, I forgot who, the Giants. Boy, oh boy, that was amazing. That was a dope game, man, because yo, they almost lost a couple of times. And then the Ravens last week, man, when they took on last Monday, we ain't gonna talk about, we're gonna get to Sunday, but last Monday, that overtime game was real crushing, man. Real crushing, where Las Vegas got that open touchdown pass. But this past Sunday, man, I was going nuts in my living room. For real. I was going nuts, man. I'm like, yo, we was down like, what was it, 21? It was either 21 to 35 or 24 to 35. And I'm like, yo, man, I don't really stick through the whole games of football because I'm like, bro, like, I like it. Like I just told my man CB NoGhost, man, I'm a big wrestling fan. So, you know, at least it's different people coming out. But nonetheless, man, I was just like, oh, I'm about to give up. But I said, you know what? The moment I change this, bro, and come back, the score gonna be like 30. It's gonna be what it was. But man, oh man, the fumble saved my life. Hey, man, it was excellent, man. We poked the fumble out. If we didn't get the first down, man, that was it. It was over from there, though. But we got the first down, and my guy Lamar Jackson, man, he's like a mouse, man. You can't. He's going all over the place. You cannot get him, man, for real. But Kansas City, and they showed a statistic earlier in the game, and was like, Lamar's kryptonite is, you know, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And, you know, every time, even when I'm playing 2K, you know, they be like, oh man, he's 7 from 7 at the free throw line, and then you missed the first one. Like, why do you have to say that? You jinxed me. But I guess they jinxed them. And hey, we beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs this past Sunday, man. So that was dope, man. For real, that was dope. Football is back, man. I'm excited. I am excited. Monday Night Raw was awesome this past week because we had the tribal chief and the bloodline on Raw. We don't really get that, man. I'm excited, man. For real. What a time. What a time, man. For real. I hope everybody out there on this Wednesday, I had to throw something with wrestling in there. You know me. I hope everybody is enjoying a beautiful Wednesday. You know, the weather is changing. It is now fall. So, you know, I got to pull out my hoodies. And speaking of hoodies, you guys, yo, before we head on out of here, the 1130 Podcast apparel store is up and running. You dig, man? Yes, it's up and running. If you support the 1130 Podcast like you say you do, for real, head over to the apparel store, man, and get a shirt. get a shirt, get a hoodie, for real, get a tank top. I know you like working out. At least that's what you put on your Instagram. But yo, for real, get a shirt, get all that, man, for real. Hit the link in the 1130 Podcast Instagram and yo, get some, for real. I would appreciate it a lot. I appreciate everyone who supported the 1130 Podcast Apparel official gear merchandise store already. More things still to come. Also, shout out to my guy, Mario J, who was on the podcast earlier this year. Appreciate you for the design, the official design of the 1130 Podcast Dre on the Wheels shirt, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. For real. This has been an awesome one. I'm always excited, you guys. Before I get on out of here, I'm about to get on out of here. Before I do, you guys, yo, don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms. Follow the 1130 Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the 1130 Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and like the 1130 Podcast on Facebook, for real. And if you would like to be a guest here on the podcast, email me. That's the 1130 Podcast at gmail.com, or just DM me on social media so we can work, for real. I love it. And also, you guys, we're a couple of weeks away. We're a couple of weeks away from the 100 episode of the 1130 Podcast. Yes, for real. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in each and every week. I appreciate it so much. Shout out to Helen. I was on her podcast last Monday, you guys. Man, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out, for real. Follow, honestly, Helen _ It was an awesome time, for real. Thank you, Helen, for having me on the podcast. Yo, EB Radio, we in the building. This was an awesome show. Shout out to all the DJs and all the podcasters that be here on the radio station. And once again, shout out to my guy, Bar. Yes. DC in the building. Yeah. I'm out of here on out of here, you guys. Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Stay blessed, stay safe. Give all the glory to God, man. For real. And I'm out.
I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. 1130 Podcast, Dre on Wheels, he is the one. Let's get it, yeah. Who with me? Let's get it, yeah. Who with me? Yeah. I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. Let's get it. 1130 Podcast, Dre on Wheels, he is the one.
He the one, nigga.
So let's breeze, baby.
He the one.
Who with me?
So breeze, baby.
Let's get it. You with me? Yeah, they gon' hate, but they ain't stopping this. I'ma keep making hits. Dre and Wills, you know it ain't no copying. Was you sitting there on the carpet with us? Yeah, we knew we had some options. We blessed, we ain't got them problems. Speak some